Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing the overwhelmed book tag. So this book tag was created by Kathy, and I will link her channel down below. I believe it's Kathy Trithert, and that's it. So yeah, I'll link it down below so you can go check her out. But she created this tag, and Kathy, I actually had the pleasure of meeting Kathy, and she was the first booktuber I ever met in real life. So that was really exciting. She was passing through Ontario as she drove across all of Canada. And yeah, I got to meet with her and it was a lot of fun. And so she tagged me in this and I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do a tag by Kathy. Why not? And this one is like a very relatable tag too, because it's talking about how overwhelmed we can all get sometimes. And so the different questions relate about like making content and just like what we do when we're overwhelmed. So yeah, let's jump into it and see how it goes. So the first question is, are you feeling overwhelmed? And if so, why? Um, I'm currently not overwhelmed right now. I really should be, honestly, because I'm running the Reindeer Readathon, which is coming up in December. And so this is like the whole prep stage for it in like the half month before it starts. But yeah, I'm like less overwhelmed and more excited because lots of people are signing up for the Reindeer Readathon. We're getting ready for like all these different events that are going to happen through it. And normally I would be really overwhelmed, but like, I don't know. I'm ready for December this year. I'm totally prepared. I'm even ahead on my Christmas shopping. Like, I'm already done most of my Christmas shopping for most people. I only have a couple like other things that I still need to get, but like I'm very ahead of the game this year, which is weird for me because I'm normally very chaotic and disorganized. If yeah. So, yeah, I'm not too overwhelmed right now, but I have felt overwhelmed before and it is definitely rough when you are feeling overwhelmed and it's hard not to get burnout sometimes from content creation, but you just got to keep pushing through and sometimes even you don't have to keep pushing through. Sometimes you can just take a break and chill out and just come back to it when you're ready. The next question is, tell us about the TBR that is lurking over your shoulder. So, all of these are my TBR, I guess. Some of these I've read. Like a lot of books on these shelves I've read, but there are other books on these shelves that have not been read yet. And it's my ever growing constant TBR. Although, like, the books on these shelves kind of get like interchanged as like I want to add new things in new places. So I don't really have like an exact pile that's set as a TBR. It's kind of like always changing. But I'm feeling like I'm handling it pretty well. I still have to really get through all the books sent to me by authors, and I have my TBR jar down behind me that I have not used for a couple months, which I really should get back to. Um, I find that a little overwhelming because those books have been sent to me, some of them like 4 years ago now, and I really need to get to it. And I'm doing the best I can, but I it's only me reading them, so I'm also a very slow reader, so it takes me time, but I really appreciate the patience that authors have with me when they send me their books to eventually get to them. So, yeah, that's cool. The next question is, how is video making or bookternet shaping the way you content create? Um, it's actually pretty funny. Like I think that like BookTube has definitely shaped how I roll my videos, I guess, if that makes sense. Like some videos I didn't even know about, like reading vlogs, for example. I didn't really do reading vlog. I still don't really do reading vlogs. Like I'm talking like I do them all the time, but like reading vlogs are something that I never thought I would do and then started getting into, and I do them occasionally from time to time. There is one coming up actually pretty soon, so be prepared for that. But it's something that I didn't even know about before like watching BookTube, and then I was like, hey, I want to do that. Um, I also find that like watching other booktubers helps me kind of figure out how to make my videos a little bit more streamlined and less all over the place. I feel like they're still all over the place because like that's me. I kind of live chaotically, but yeah, it's definitely shaped the way I do that, and I think that overall I'm getting better at editing and recording. Like I'm getting faster at it, which is great because I want to keep putting out at least 2 videos a week. So it's good to be faster at it. But yeah, I think it's it's definitely changed since the very beginning of doing this. Like I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it, and yeah, hopefully I'll keep getting better at it. Then the question 4 is, what do you think you can do so that you don't get overwhelmed? Whenever I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, I usually take a step back and either take a break of posting only, like maybe I'll post one video instead of 2 videos a week to just give myself a little like time to relax. I also find that if I'm getting really overwhelmed with books, I'll kind of pause in the TBR that I'm doing and choose one book to read that I know in my heart like I'm going to really enjoy and have a good time with, as like a little like breather break book, and then I'll get back onto like my set scheduled TBR. And that kind of helps me not be as overwhelmed. Like, yes, I am putting the existing TBR off a little bit, but at the same time, I'm getting enjoyment out of a book that I know I'm really going to have fun with. And it kind of like continually sparks my love for reading so that I don't lose that love. And it also helps me avoid reading slumps, which is really nice. So that's what I kind of do to stop being overwhelmed. Also, a nice cup of tea is very good for de-stressing. Maybe lying on the couch with a blanket, also nice for de-stressing. And then of course, books. And question 5 is, do you have any projects that you really want to do but something is holding you back? I don't really, I mean, if I could do BookTube full time, I would definitely do that. But I don't think it's feasible at this point in my life that that would financially support me. I don't really make that much on BookTube. This is more like a hobby side thing. So yeah, it would be really cool if I could be like Daniel Green and go full time and just make videos every day. I think that would be so much fun and I would really enjoy doing that. But yeah, I also really like my full-time job as a web developer. Like I get a lot of enjoyment out of developing websites and being all like smart and techy, because I am. But yeah, I think if I could be a full-time booktuber, I'd really like that. But maybe that's a goal for the future. If this gets more financially stable, then hey, why not? That would be cool. Maybe something to think about down the line. Then we have, is there a book or genre that brings you joy or takes you to a satisfying place? Definitely. Science fiction is probably my favorite genre because I don't know why, I really love space. Like I've never wanted to be an astronaut or anything, but I just love things set in space, and I think that love for it started when I saw the original Alien trilogy. That movie series was just like phenomenal in my mind, and it was just like space horror. Like, what is this? I love it. It was so fun and just so creepy at the same time. And so ever since then, like I've wanted to read books and watch movies that have similar styles to that. So science fiction is definitely one. I also really like fantasy, and then I also really like thrillers and contemporary. But if one of them was going to be the top one, it's definitely sci-fi. Then, how much does FOMO play into feeling overwhelmed? So for anybody that doesn't know, FOMO is fear of missing out. I will say that I get FOMO when I see other people going to book events, because up in northern Canada, like we don't really have big book events to go to, and that's really sad. Like I want to go to things like that because I feel like then I can meet other booktubers in real life and connect with them and just have a fun time. I would honestly love to go to like a booktube party and just like hang out with a bunch of booktubers. I think that'd be so much fun, and we would all be there sharing our passion of books and just having fun hanging out with each other like in real life. I think that'd be a blast. So if anybody wants to plan a big booktube party in Canada, let's do it. But yeah, I think that's the only really thing I get FOMO about, and that like makes me feel a little overwhelmed. I also feel like booktube is a little cliquish in areas, but that's another topic for another day. And then the last question is there something that you specifically do because of BookTube that you would not do if you weren't watching BookTube? And I don't like this one. It's kind of like, it's part BookTube, but part Marcus. And that is taking the dust jackets off of my hardcover books. Before BookTube or Marcus, I never took the dust jacket off and just read it with it on there. Now, the reason I did that is because I like to look at the cover of the book a lot when I'm reading the book. So if I'm having trouble visualizing something that's happening in the book or like a main character and they're on the cover, I can just like flip the book around and look at it and be like, okay, so this is what they look like. But yeah, I ever since like meeting Marcus and starting to watch BookTube, I have not had the dust jacket on the books when I'm reading them ever. So I guess that's something new that I've like picked up that I don't think I would have done if those two factors hadn't played a part in my life. So there's that. And then the last question is not a question. It's to tag 5 book creators that you think could use some time to chill. I don't necessarily think that they could use time to chill, but like I'll just tag 5 more bookish creators. So I will tag BookTube Goddess because they just tagged me in a tag they did. I will also tag Steph from Coffee Over Apples because I tag her and everything. I'll tag Hillary from Melted Books because I also tag her and everything. I'll tag Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages. And Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. So there you guys, you got a new tag to do if you feel like doing it. By all means, no pressure. And for anybody that does want to do this tag, I'll put the questions in the description down below so you guys can do it as well. And I will link to Kathy's original video so you can go check out hers. Anyways, that's it for the tag, guys. Let me know if you're a BookTube creator and you're ever feeling overwhelmed in the comments down below. Let's just talk about it. Even if you're not a BookTube creator or bookish creator, if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, like, you can talk to me. I'm somebody to talk to. So like, I'm always here. You can hit me up in my Instagram DMs or Twitter DMs or any of the social media that I have in the description down below. You can always message me and I'm always open to chatting. And now for today's independent bookstore shout out. Okay guys, so today's independent bookstore is Variant Edition and this is in Edmonton, Alberta. So this is literally like my dream store because this is a completely like graphic novel / comic book store and I love graphic novels and comic books. I grew up on these, so this is just amazing. And yeah, this is a store that I wish we had where I'm from so that I could go to it. Unfortunately, Alberta is quite far away, so I probably won't be going to it unless I ever go to Alberta. But this store just like has so many different graphic novel recommendations, comic books. Oh, I just love it so much. Let's check out on their shop. Let's see what sci-fi graphic novels they have. Ooh, these look really cool. Nice. Ooh, what's this? Is this? Oh my goodness. Is this like Skyward by Brandon Sanderson? Is it? Oh, no, it's not. This is somebody else. I got real excited there for a second. Anyways, so this is their store. They have a lot of cool stuff. And yeah, let's see if they have any images about their store. Oh, that's fun. Their like team page is actual like comic characters. That's so cool. I love that. That's so fun. Yeah. So if you guys ever want to get some comic books, then definitely check out Variant Edition, which is in Edmonton, Alberta. And their website is variantedmonton.com. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post new videos on Mondays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.